We are recording.
All right, I won't talk about hip thrusting.
You sure? Welcome to Dysfunctional Adults, the comedy podcast in which we discuss weird news, pop culture, and being middle-aged dads. Yeah. We are bitter, cynical Gen Xers saddled with crippling debt and depressingly past our primes. But that's what makes this podcast so much fun.
That last grunt gets me every time.
Me too, and that's me I'm listening to.
Now you know how the rest of us have always heard you.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot why everybody was hiding their boners with trapper keepers during high school. Yep.
That never worked for me.
It's just too big.
No, the Trapper Keeper was too big.
Oh, sad.
Come to think of it, like those little black and white line pages things were too big.
Use like a little yellow Post-it note to hide it.
I mean, that was all I was wearing was the Post-it note. Like called me down to the office, where are your clothes?
I've got a Post-it note.
Well, we forgot to do one thing, and that's introduce ourselves. I'm Zach.
Hi, Zach. I'm John.
Hi, John.
Hi, Zach and John. I'm Jason.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Nice to meet you all.
Well, we met like
30
years
ago. So
how's everybody tonight?
Doing well.
Doing well. Yeah.
I think, Zach, you pulled the straw to be host tonight. So,
Oh, did I?
by talking first.
Whoops. All right. Yeah. So, John, what have you been doing all week?
Well, just getting ready for Christmas. We decorated the house.
I thought you practiced Hanukkah.
All of the above. Whatever gets you presents. I'll celebrate whatever to get presents. I have, no standards.
You're just a grift.
It's just one big grift.
Do you look forward to getting gifts? Is that a real thing? Like you just want gifts?
No, But we put up all the Christmas lights. We did that. It's fireplace season. We have the fireplace going. The kids like to lay in front of it.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, last year during fireplace season, one day I came down the stairs and my middle son, Eric, he was sitting in front of the fireplace, naked from the waist down, legs spread, just warming his junk. And I asked him, what are you doing, son? He just all sheepishly, he's like, what? It feels good. Enjoy it while you can, son.
Oh, man.
When Dad does that in front of the fireplaces at Home Depot, he gets not so politely asked to leave.
Oh, man.
What's cute when kids do it is a felony when adults do it.
So many things.
It reminds me of that TikTok I sent you guys. The guy in the freezer at Walmart. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes, or in this case, anything.
Yeah.
I
So,
was wearing a Speedo.
Yeah. It looked
That makes
good
it
on him,
okay.
too.
oh, man, that was funny. I wonder who paid his bail.
So, yeah, to answer your question, just getting ready for Christmas.
All right.
What about you, Jason?
We've been doing some stuff. I mean, I mentioned before we got carpets, so we're still kind of putting the house back together. We did put our Christmas tree up.
Nice.
That was nice.
We did that as well.
We went to a kind of a boutique on Saturday for selling crafts, and I sold some of my books there.
Nice.
Nice.
It was funny though, because the day it was at Deseret Peak in Tooele. It's a arena kind of thing. Apparently they do like rodeos and stuff there.
Do they have like gladiator type fights to the death?
No, it's more
Aw.
like riding horses and bulls and stuff.
Oh.
To death.
And to death, hopefully. Anyway, the whole thing was like an auditorium, but it's not primarily an auditorium. It's like it's where you ride horses. And so they kind of did a half-assed job smoothing the dirt out, and then they put this like rubber interlocking flooring down over it. But it was such a bad job that like it was like there was hills,
Like lumpy?
it was lumpy, and you had to really be careful. You could easily fall. And the best part is the whole place smelled like horse.
Nice.
Everything you're describing sounds like one of my ex-girlfriends.
Lumpy and smells
Lumpy
like
and-
horse?
Yes.
Maybe it was a horse.
Well, damn. This explains a lot.
You
And
met her
why
at
you're
a
not-
stable, right?
It's also why you're not allowed at Wheeler Farm anymore.
Aw. I sure miss you.
It's like, they won't keep us apart forever.
And her name was Buttercup, Zach. That should have been
Yeah.
your first clue.
I just thought her parents were eccentric or hippies.
But anyway, so yeah, we hung out with Holly. Hi, Holly. She's going to write some
Holly.
listener mail, by the way.
Oh, she is?
Sweet.
Yeah,
Nice.
So that'll be fun. With all the other listener mails that we get.
Yeah.
We get a lot.
We do get a lot.
I've got a couple.
I've got one
You?
tonight.
Oh, you have one. It's a long one.
I have an international one.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
From Klaus?
No, it's from this lady in Iceland.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had to translate it with Google Translate. So
Hopefully it translated over okay.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah,
just
it has
fine.
to have been just fine.
But yeah, so that's what we've been doing, and Christmas shopping, trying to get everybody taken care of, and yeah, and also the reason my voice sounds a little bit like this, I do not have a cold. I had a Sonic garlic butter cheeseburger at 9:00 last night
That sounds delicious.
because we didn't eat dinner till 9:00, and then I had crazy acid reflux.
That also sounds delicious.
While I
Delicious
was
diarrhea.
sleeping, and I breathed it in when it came up my. And this happens to me sometimes. I woke up like coughing out bile and spent 40 minutes coughing it up. But damn, I do it again in a heartbeat.
What you get
Yeah.
from Sonic.
I'm like a gremlin or mogwai. You can't feed me after a certain time because bad things happen.
When you go in like late at a drive-through, you're getting all the food that's been sitting under a heat lamp that didn't sell during normal business
I
hours.
get
So it's
that.
been
Yep.
sitting there for 6 hours.
Drenched in garlic butter, like it was dripping garlic
Most
butter.
most of the times I've had food poisoning was by going through a drive-through
Late night.
at like midnight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've had them at Wendy's a couple of times.
So this wasn't like food poisoning. This was just like really bad acid reflux.
Oh, okay.
it
I've had worse than that before.
But it sucks when you wake up coughing and you've inhaled, acid, stomach
Yeah.
acid. It burns your throat. Hence the reason why my voice today has been a little bit more deep.
Sexy.
Sensual.
So
Sensual.
sexy.
So yeah. Anyway. Also, I pissed off some snowflake at work today again, so I might get written up again. So
Yeah, keep us updated with that.
It's not hard to piss those people off.
no, I
It's
just
kind of why they have that title.
In
They
Yeah.
go around looking for reasons to be pissed off.
in a presentation that was pre-approved by management. It was about change and how we react to change, and so I used as a metaphor Thanos' snap.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, here's two examples of how people reacted to change. And the good example was Professor Hulk, because he had combined the two together, and that happened after they lost in Infinity War. And then the other one, to make everybody laugh, was a slide of Fat Thor, and it said negative next to it. And this kid just freaked out in the chat. He's like, "Wait a minute, what are you saying?" And then
Fat shaming Thor.
yep.
You say, dude, look at me.
And
I'm
that's
well over 300 pounds.
I know, and I wanted to say and he just was pissed, and
But isn't a fat guy someone who could make fat jokes?
nope.
Not anymore.
The way
Not
people
anymore.
like poke fun at their own culture, their own religion, all that kind of stuff.
I even said something like, "Now I can look like Thor," is what I said in the presentation, because
This kid was having none of it, huh?
nope.
Yeah.
And he was an asshole of the highest variety, and I hope he hears this someday.
That would be beautiful.
But he doesn't know who I really am.
He's Klaus with the VPN. Hey.
He's just a jerk, and I would be surprised if I get called into People and Talent again. So
I'm waiting for the day I get in trouble for calling people gingers, because there are gingers out there that don't like it, that enough to be pissed off about it and kick your ass.
They prefer fire crotch, right?
Right. Actually,
That's the term I heard growing
I
up.
prefer that.
That's the PC term these days.
Yeah.
also the term
that's
if
what
you
we're
have
going
the
with.
clap,
Yeah.
or gonorrhea.
But it applies for them year round.
That's why I'm triple fire crotch.
Triple fire crotch versus social
With
justice
these powers
snowflake.
combined.
I want you to beat this guy up for me.
All right.
So.
I'm in. I got nothing to lose. Actually, I got a lot to lose. Never mind.
You're not doing it.
I'm not depressed enough. I'm like actually having good days.
All right,
So
well, when you do have a bad day, let me know.
okay, you'll take advantage of it.
nice.
But my whole point was to show how Thor kind of let himself go and wallow in depression, and it wasn't to shame anybody for being fat.
No.
No, like
considering I'm well over 300 pounds and I have clinical depression.
Even fat Thor was in better shape than most Americans are.
Right. And I actually mentioned that when the chat like exploded. I said, I really liked how when he regained himself, he didn't suddenly get thin again.
Right.
He still like was able to fight Thanos in his physical state.
And the whole point of that scene anyway, it wasn't about like, hey, look how gross fat people are. It's, hey, super fit guy kind of let himself go a bit, It was just, it wasn't about...
He was a god, right?
Yeah, it wasn't about fat shaming people.
It was about
he was so devastated.
The house stunk. He was eating junk food. He was drinking constantly. And it was
Sounds familiar. Why am I?
No.
It's like when even like the fittest person in the world can become a normal guy if they stop caring about the little things like that.
Right. So, and I actually remember
one of us.
I remember reading something like that when it came out. Like somebody was calling foul on the whole idea.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I think this kid just lines up with those kinds of ideas. So anyway, it's a new world, gentlemen. A brave new world full of, well, not a brave new world. So anyway, that's my gripe about the intergenerational conflict that we're locked into.
I like it.
He was under 30, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably 24, maybe.
Hey, we have some listeners that age. Just, be proud, guys. Be strong and proud. Be brave.
Be brave.
We love you.
This is a safe space.
Thank you for listening.
We should add like a trigger warning before each of our episodes.
I totally forgot that this is a very special episode.
Oh,
very special.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And we have a special guest. We don't know who it is yet.
Yeah, we haven't decided.
But it will be somebody when we call them.
Perfect. I'm going to tell you about my week.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Arcane, League of Legends. Holy crap, is that good?
Okay, I'm going to watch it.
It is so good, and I don't do animation very often.
I was waiting for someone to tell me it was good so I could.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm really impressed. I was like riveted to the screen, and I've been in my lithium makes it so I'm kind of zombified and not interested in anything. And so I was like really interested in this, and it really held my attention. So
awesome.
that's 2 thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I figured out a way to get new listeners. I started dating who is now one of our listeners. And so all I can figure is that they feel obligated to listen to my podcast because I pimp it to them as I'm like dating them.
So you're saying the answer is polyamory.
I was going to say, what if we're already married?
Date as many people as you can, Zach, and each one will become a listener.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And it's like the chain email thing. Have each of them tell 5 of their friends.
Can you father child with all of these people so that they have to keep listening?
Oh, yeah, because they're going to want to hear the stuff that I'm going to say, the dirt I'm going to say about them while I'm... Oh, that. Yes, that.
But yeah, if they each tell 5 of their friends, by the time they realize you're a horn dog dating 28 women and they dump you, we'll have like hundreds of listeners.
It's true.
By then,
it'll be like that Chinese guy that dated all those people for birthday presents.
Exactly. So by then, they'll be hooked.
Why did he go to jail again? Why was that illegal?
It's like fraud.
Yeah.
I guess. He was getting money and gifts under false pretenses.
But is that any different? $1,000. That's
is that any different than people standing on a street corner with a sign saying they're stranded or they're
probably not
vets or something that they're really not?
Those guys are not vets. I brought my dog up to one of them and asked some questions about her health, and they just wanted money and nothing in return. So they didn't know anything about dog anatomy. Such a
I like the ones who say they're Vietnam vets and they're like 30 years old. It's like, You say you're like a vet of like Afghanistan.
I fought in World War I.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be really funny. Or the Civil War.
I call foul on that. If someone said they were from the Civil War, I would give them $1 for
props
having the
were
guts
in the
to
costume.
do that. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
That's something we should do.
He's a Civil War reenactor, but he's just like, this is my second job, getting money on the corner.
We need to do this on TikTok. we need to get you a Civil War outfit.
And put me on. I've got the beard for it.
Yeah, put you on the corner and say, vet,
Bet.
I would do that.
I think we need to do it.
I would do that. I would sit on a street corner, and I'm going to take the money that I get too.
Nice.
I might even split it with you guys. I don't know. We'll see how much I get.
You get to keep it.
All right.
Make sure it's a Union.
I guess it is my
uniform, though.
pride.
Not a
Oh.
Confederate.
A Confederate uniform's not going to fly these days.
Yeah,
especially if
I
you
don't
have the
wanna-
flag
We could
and
go to
stuff.
like Oakland and you could wear a Confederate.
So you want me dead?
It's like that scene in Die Hard with a Vengeance. You know?
Oh, right. Yeah. Ooh.
What the
That was
F?
remember that was offensive back in the 90s.
It was
Nowadays
you couldn't get away with that in a movie today.
No, not even in a rated R movie.
No. Awesome movie though. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this woman I'm dating.
Lisa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Lisa,
Can I,
hi.
can I say her name?
Oh, yeah.
I just did.
Because she's listening to all the episodes, so I have to.
Was she the one who was binge watching them all?
Yeah.
What's some feedback she's given?
She thinks that John sounds like a barn owl screeching it to its death.
They're in the honeymoon stage.
And-
She's not going to give any critical
No,
feedback.
yeah, she hasn't. She hasn't said anything
Just, yeah.
that I can remember. Oh, my memory's so bad. Sorry, Lisa.
Has she listened to all of them yet?
She's pretty close. I can't remember the last one she said she was listening to, but she's up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got what they call a test audience for us, to listen and to provide feedback. I feed them once a week a bucket of fish heads, and I keep them in my crawl space. They're mostly college girls, sorority girls.
Okay, so we're gonna get 5 stars.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, if they want their meal.
Yeah, the fish heads.
The fish
but,
heads,
but
yeah.
I have to
Better than nothing.
I have to supervise it when they're on the internet. Otherwise, they'll call for help.
Help from what? It's a job.
I know they get paid. So
Whatever.
millennials.
Let's see. I think that's all I've been doing this week is that I've got Charlie's presents wrapped because he gets here on Friday.
Oh, nice.
And he'll be in late, so they're going to stay at the hotel, and then he'll come over Saturday morning, and I'll have him until that next Thursday.
So you're going to do
Nice.
like an early Christmas?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I got his presents all wrapped up. He should be stoked on it.
I have presents for each of you.
Aw.
We should open them on air.
Are they penis themed?
No, they're not.
Well, then no, I don't want to.
I don't care. Take him back. I'm not even
Yeah.
interested at all.
Anyway, we don't need to open them on air. I don't.
If you didn't get them from Blue Boutique, I have zero.
I'm not
interest.
allowed in Blue Boutique anymore for various reasons.
Aw,
Most involve their mannequins. So,
Kind of what they're for.
I thought. Yeah.
like, sweet sex dolls. And I'm like, can I try it out? Before they could say anything, I was trying it out.
Right. And then you were,
And then I was in handcuffs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain myself to the officers.
they didn't understand either.
No.
Just go with my son's line. What? It feels good. It's cute when a 5-year-old says that. Less so when a 42-year-old says that.
Right.
Right.
So
All right. Should we take a break?
let's take a break.
All right. We love you.
Break time. Let's
and then
go.
we'll come back to this very special episode. Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
You're still here.
for now.
Neat.
We're as surprised as you are.
We have no content for the rest of the episode.
So yeah, you
Looks
guys
like-
want to hear what it sounds like when my zipper goes up and down, up and down, up and
That
down?
usually results in the end of with a scream, doesn't it?
Yeah, usually.
I'm not taking you to the
Get
ER
going too
again for
fast.
that.
Yeah.
That
So-
scene from There's Something About Mary is still one of the most traumatizing scenes in cinematic history.
Yeah, the
Remember
fact
that
that
one?
it got past the zipper or the.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah.
Have you not seen it?
I actually never did see it.
Oh, that you have to see it just because of that.
That
one
scene alone is worth.
Well, I've heard about like the hair gel
cost-
scene
hair
too.
gel one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty,
pretty
funny.
funny. But, and I love Ben Stiller.
When that movie came out, man, it was beyond. It was like pushing the bar.
Yeah,
it was
it was-
good.
Yeah.
I heard basketball was pushing the bar.
Basketball's
too.
awesome. I
It
love
was back when it came out. I just watched it the other day
Is it
For the
pretty tame
first
by
time?
today's standards?
for the second time, or well,
Okay.
not for the second
But
time.
yeah,
I watched it a lot in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it,
was
it
like
did
the-
not age well
No?
at all.
That's too bad.
I love that movie 20 years ago.
Yeah, me too. And I watch it now and I'm like,
I think Matt Stone and Trey Parker are hilarious.
yeah.
So,
I love their take on, like in South Park, I love their take on everything
Yeah.
society. They're like, they mess with everybody.
Yeah.
They don't care. And I
Yeah.
love that.
It's pretty funny. So,
is it that time?
it is that time.
It's now time for listener mail.
Wow, that's ominous.
Well, because we never know what we're going to get.
That is a good point.
Let's see.
So I got an international one from, I figured out it was from Iceland.
Wow.
Here's what it looks like in its real.
Oh, geez.
So I Google translated it. And
It just says penis for like 50 times in a row.
And then at the bottom it says, sorry, Holly.
so here you go. Yeah,
Zach read that one because
Get to read this
he's
one.
got the Scandinavian
Herbie
accent.
derby.
It's a woman, so be womany.
With
Do
a
you-
Scandinavian accent.
With I can't do that. I don't
You're the
know how.
Norwegian guy.
I don't know how to do it. Stop. Dear inactive adults, my name is Mrs. Harper. It's Mrs. Harper where I'm not. I've been listening to your broadcast from Iceland, and I'm confused why you spend so much time talking to Jason. He seems to be some kind of deaf person with no education, no money, and no father. To shame. I would give you $5,000 to your show if you remove Jason from the show. Yours, Mrs. Harper. Wow.
We know my friends would never do that to me.
I would
No,
say,
because
Zach,
it's the only
that's-
place I can think of to set up.
That's $2,500 a piece. We'll talk after.
All right. I mean, I could use it.
I like how she called us inactive adults.
Well, yeah, she's not wrong.
I spend a lot of time on my bed.
Yeah.
I'm like eating and
Yeah. Watching
Sleeping.
TV, playing video games.
sleeping 19 hours a day.
All right. Sorry, Mrs. Harper. No deal. These guys, they're loyal to me.
Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Harper. Once Jason's gone.
We'll talk afterwards.
Guys.
What?
What's worth friendship?
Okay.
$2,500
I'll give you
bucks.
I'll give you $500
All right. That's good. I'll quit the show. You guys can keep doing it here.
for the $500.
Hell, I would have done
$500.
$50.
Yeah. What else would you do for $50?
You don't want to know.
No, I don't.
Alrighty.
Do you have any listener mail?
I do. I got one. Let's have Jason read this one.
'Kay.
He actually does mention him by name
Oh, dear.
a couple times. So, okay, here you go.
Hi, guys. My name is Timmy, and I'm 10 years old. Hey, Timmy.
Aw.
I know you guys have connections, so I was hoping you could make sure the fat man, Santa, not Jason, gets my Christmas list this year. He's always ignored my letters before. 3 years ago, I asked for a flying bulldog that shoots lasers out of his eyes, and he got me a rocking horse. 2 years ago, that dumb neighbor kid, Joey Parody, kept bragging about how many bitches and hoes he had, whatever those are. So I asked Santa for twice as many just so I could brag to Joey for once. The old fat bastard gave me Legos instead. If one of my kids asked for bitches and hoes in their Christmas list, I would be so proud.
Would you get them for them, though?
No, but it would be a proud moment. And last year, I wanted a full-size working Batmobile, complete with a certificate saying I'm legally allowed to use it to run over any of my classmates who make fun of me because of that one time I peed myself during math class. But Santa gave me a slinky and a jump rope. As my dad says whenever my mom tells him to pay his child support, that's some grade A quality bullshit right there. Anyway, maybe Santa was ignoring me because he thought I was being greedy. So this year I'm going to ask for stuff for my family rather than myself. Here goes. For my older brother, Stevie, a new heart. Don't worry, he's not sick. He just thinks it would be fun to have a spare to toss around like a baseball used for prank purposes. He bet me his next allowance so he could throw it hard enough to get it to stick to the ceiling. For my mom, a big box of the best crayons. I heard her tell her friends that she wants a real man. Who knows how to please a girl unlike the impotent douchebag of an ex-husband of hers. Pleasing a girl means giving them nice things like crayons and stickers and stuff, right? So get her that. Also, a new pillow because she complains that she hasn't been satisfied in bed in years. So I think a new pillow will help her sleep better.
What a thoughtful child.
I know, right? That is really awesome. For my dad, a bus pass. He's told Uncle Jeff multiple times that he wants to go to town with his new receptionist, Tina. With a bus pass, they could go into town together and hit it up all the arcades and stuff. I think that's what all adults do when they go to town with each other. That's it. Stevie says that Santa isn't taking requests this year because he died of COVID due to his age and obesity, along with a dump truck full of unvaccinated elves. But I don't believe him. Please get this to Santa so I can prove Stevie wrong. Jason, I leave this up to you. All fat people know each other, right? Thanks, Timmy.
Wow.
Timmy, I'm losing your letter to Santa. You ain't getting nothing.
Don't worry, Timmy. I look like Santa, thus I'm friends with Santa because we have a club.
You look like
Santa Look-Alike Club.
You look like young Santa from that claymation video.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Stevie, you brought a tear to my eye. A tear of rage.
No, it's Timmy. Stevie was the older
All
brother.
right, whatever. Timmy and Stevie, both of you are going to hell, and I'm going to send you there.
As for Stevie wanting that human heart, there's probably someone who needs it a little more than him.
Nah, we got plenty of human hearts, right? I mean,
It doesn't have to be working, right?
Well, just go to a graveyard and dig it up.
Finding a new grave is so onerous.
Yeah, it's got to be at least a few days, weeks, maybe old. How long before the heart disintegrates?
I don't know.
Let's go find out.
We'll go find out.
Yeah, Salt Lake Cemetery is closed, you said?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
So we'll sneak
we'll
in.
head on over there
You
afterwards.
want to do it when they're closed. You don't do it when they're open and people are walking around.
Well, now I know that. And you don't do it when someone just like had a funeral there. You know, when the family's walking away and you just go and like open the casket.
Ugh.
yeah.
That's apparently not.
Cue the
Okay.
the Tom meme of him going,
That's frowned upon. Well, Timmy sounds like a great kid.
Timmy sounds like a son of a bitch.
I hope all those presents he wanted for his family come true.
I hope so too.
What a
Fat
selfless
shaming me.
kid.
Fat shamer.
Like if he'd have been mean about somebody on the podcast, I would care. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go to one of those Toys for Tots bins and take them out of there and steal them just because of kids like Timmy.
wow.
Well,
You're
sounds like-
evil.
And I'm not going to give them to my kids. I'm just going to throw them in the Jordan River.
Just give them to me. I like toys.
All right.
It sounds like Santa never gave Timmy what he really wanted, though. So
A father,
yes, he has a father
apparently
who doesn't want to pay his child
a
support.
lecherous deadbeat.
That wants to go to town with his receptionist. Well, I have found one for you to read, and then there's one for Jason to read.
Nice.
All right. Dear dysfunctional adults, my name is John, and I'm a dum-dum doo-doo head. I think that just because I'm gorgeous and built like Zeus himself, that I can simply toy with the emotions of my friends by pretending like we're going to be gay together and then backing out at the last minute. I should be kinder, but I'm just too good looking to do that. Guess my friends will just die without ever having drunk from this fountain of lust. Ha, losers. John.
Wait, John said that to John?
I wrote that.
Oh.
Well, now we know how you really feel.
Yeah. I may have sent that one in one of my darker moments.
They were on the podcast.
It's okay.
I
forgive you.
You muted both of us to say it.
I want you to read this one.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
All right. It says, Dear Dysfunctional Adults, this is Klaus. I know you think I listen to every episode, and in a way I do. I tell my partner that I'm going to my office, for some podcast listening time. I turn it way up to cover up the sounds of disgusting porn I'm actually watching and enjoying. I mean, it's disgusting. I'd tell you what it is, but you'd probably cry. But you'd still probably get a boner. Anyway, I heard your plea for me to contact you, so here I am, just pretending to be in Germany due to legal reasons. I hope I've made your day, especially Zach, who is obviously the funniest, most intelligent of you three. And I dare say he sounds exceptionally sexy. All the best, Klaus.
How exciting!
Oh, Klaus.
Well, thank you, Klaus.
Klaus.
This came in on the Facebook.
On the comments.
The
Facebook
Facebook
page?
from the Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was really exciting.
Wow. I'm all right, Klaus. Try to listen to our podcast and don't watch disturbing porn.
Do what you want, Klaus. Don't listen to him.
You do you, Klaus.
Yeah. You keep being you, especially because you seem to like me, and that's all that matters.
That automatically makes you likable.
And Klaus, I know you're using a VPN. You're like in Cincinnati or something. So
If you'd like to recuse yourself of all of this, please contact us again.
I challenge you, Klaus.
Alrighty. Any more mail, or is that
I think it's all our
this week?
listener mail.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep those mails coming.
Yep.
Not mails like.
Eh. We won't complain.
Yeah, either way. I need something to keep me warm at night. All right, well, I have a special unannounced segment.
Well, this is a very special episode.
It is a very special episode. But this requires you to play and that you answer my questions.
Oh.
And you have to answer them. But the fun is that you guys get to play rock, paper, scissors with each other to determine who gets to answer each next question.
Okay.
All right.
I'm up.
All right.
I'm up.
Oh, all right. All right. Play.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Ready on 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dang it.
Booyah.
All right. Would you rather go to the grocery store in your underwear or go to the beach nude?
Probably to the beach nude, because I probably could find an isolated beach. The grocery store ain't so isolated.
All right.
I would agree.
And
On the
I could
beach, you could run in the ocean and
Yeah.
just hide there.
You can hide in the
and no one will
water.
see you.
That's true.
And
very long. And
being
it
a 13-year-old boy, I've practiced hiding my erection in pools.
And it depends on what kind of beach. Some beaches might be cool with that.
No, I
Right,
think I would clear
there
the
are
beach
some.
if I can. It's one of those whales that's going to explode because it's dead.
Aww. I'd come cuddle you just to make you feel better.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors.
All right, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Damn it.
Would you rather have average sex every day for the rest of your life or great sex once a year for the rest of your life?
Oh, average sex every day. I don't even have to think about that.
No?
Well, is there such thing as bad sex?
Not
I don't know
really.
if there is. Even average sex it's
Yeah.
still sex.
From the male point of view, no, there's not.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure women would answer quite differently.
I'm sure they would too, but average sex is good enough sex. We'll put it that way.
All right.
Don't make me put like effort into any of this stuff.
What's that?
I'm not gonna actually like put effort into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Right?
No. Yeah. No.
Great sex is hard. It takes effort.
Yeah, I think those days are long gone in my life of, like putting that much effort into something.
I just like to lay there and let the lawnmower do its thing. I'm just
It's a leaf blower.
that's what I meant. Leaf blower.
Yeah, because you don't want to chop off.
Oh, I found that out the first time.
Oh.
I got those two mixed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
On 3.
Sex is like a sandwich. Even like the most mediocre ones are still fine.
And they're better with mustard.
And that's
like
true.
Pizza's the same way. Is there such thing as bad pizza?
Right.
Even the worst pizza, like say Little Caesars Hot and Ready, they're still
You don't have to be a
they're
dick
still
about it.
edible in a pinch. They're still
that
edible
pizza.
in a pinch.
Right.
They're like the cheapest ones
They
you can
are.
find.
Yeah, I get it.
And they're still pretty good. That's the point.
The Totino's pizzas are probably the worst pizza.
I
Cheese
still
on a cracker, basically.
I still like those. That's
I'll
that's
eat
the point.
those.
Like even the worst ones is still good.
I
Yeah,
want
those
one right
Kroger
now.
one shots that you get in the freezer aisle, and it's got the little
Yeah.
silver plate
Yep.
made of paper,
Yeah.
and those are good.
Sex is the same way. Even the most straightforward, mundane, unenthusiastic sex, you still got laid, man.
Again-
So you're telling me the next time somebody says, "Hey, you want some pizza?" they want a bone?
Yeah, just go for it.
I think so, yes.
Okay, I understood this conversation correctly.
But again, this is very much coming from
the
middle-aged man.
male perspective.
Oh, okay.
I strongly suspect my wife would disagree.
All right.
Anyway.
Maybe we have a question for our prank call.
Oh, there we go. Wait, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, why am I dumb? He showed me what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And I chose the opposite.
Would you rather lick someone's eyeball or suck someone's toes?
Like the eyeball.
Yeah.
It's
You're gonna
weird.
lick the
And
eyeball.
it's kind of romantic.
Yeah, that's
It's just like,
I know. I really think that I swear that I've seen that on Real Sex on HBO's.
Oh,
Real
really?
Sex. I swear I did, but
Licking an
maybe
eyeball?
yeah, like
I'm
eyeball
sure you've
licking.
seen sucking toes too.
After
though.
like
Well, yeah, I've seen
30
that.
episodes,
But
they've
that's
kind of done
gross.
everything, I think.
Yeah.
Not that I have seen any of those.
How many episodes do you say?
There's like 30.
There's only so many body parts that can be a new fetish.
I
No,
stopped
Right.
watching when they were featuring like the woman putting a diaper on her husband thing.
Yeah, that one gets to me too. I'm not kink shaming by any means, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah. All right, rock paper scissors, boys.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Damn it!
Would you rather drink a glass of vomit once or burp every time someone says your name?
Oh my gosh! I think the vomit.
Would you? I would do the burp thing.
Someone saying your name forever,
Forever, you have to burp.
like the rest of your
But
life.
just like one little burp is not that bad, right?
yeah,
Doesn't
but
say it
someone
has
would
to be
have
some.
power over
But
you.
we would figure it out, and we would take it to town. We'd be like,
Yeah.
John, hey, John.
So you can't breathe. I would drink the glass of vomit,
Hmm.
Just saying.
and then I would throw it up, and it would be over.
Are you still thinking? You're considering.
I'm thinking that.
You don't want to lose this one.
Oh shoot! wait. 1, 2, 3. You know what's funny is I thought I did this like whole thing in my head, this whole decision tree. Like since I did scissors last time, he's probably gonna think I'm gonna do like rock this time, and then I'm like, okay, so I need to do scissors because he's gonna do paper,
Right.
and I won. I know you too well, my friend.
I beat you last time.
Shut
I did
up!
the same thing in a row.
Shut up! Poor Jason always chooses rock. Good old rock. He'll never lose.
I like it. Would you rather see your parents have sex or have your parents watch you have sex?
Oh hell!
I'm glad I won that one.
That's a tough decision, my friend.
Probably the first one, just so I could make my mind be somewhere else. Even if I couldn't close my eyes, I had to keep them open. I could not be focusing on what's going on.
I think you made the wisest choice right there, my friend. Oh, that one's bad.
That one's rough.
All
All right,
right.
ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I knew you knew. I knew you knew I was going to choose rock.
No, you didn't. You're guessing. You have a 50-50 chance of winning.
I like those odds.
All right. This will be the last one. Would you rather wear the same pair of underwear for a week or wear your mother's clean underwear for a day?
Wear the same pair of underwear for a week. I've
Yeah,
probably
that was
done
kind of an
that
easy
before.
one. Yeah.
I think.
I've been camping.
When I was younger, yeah, I've probably done that one.
Girls' underwear is far more comfortable, though.
Is it though?
It is.
If you guys decide you like this, I'll join in the fun and games next time.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
I like
great.
it.
I loved it.
Yeah, my son asks me "Would you rather" questions all the time, but there are a lot more kid-friendly ones than that.
Yeah, you should ask him these ones.
No.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll have to do that again. That was really funny.
All right, cool. Well, what do we got next? Show and tell?
I think it's time for show and tell.
Yeah.
Want to make it official?
Let's do it.
And now it's time for show and tell.
I love these new like cut songs. They're awesome. Zach made them.
Yeah.
You composed that yourself?
Well,
No,
he put it together.
I stole that. I made sure it was all royalty free and everything.
Nice.
I especially like the listener mail one.
It's all ominous.
Windswept, like desolate ghostland music. All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
You are so prepared today.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong. I think my meds are working. All right, we're going to sit through 110 weird facts.
Nice.
No, we're not going to sit
Each
through that.
longer than the last.
Yeah. All right. Number 1. Humans have been performing dentistry since 7000 BC, which makes dentists one of the oldest professions.
What's the other oldest profession?
We all know.
Chiropractor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
too.
what we're all thinking, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you could, yeah, I mean, you're bending into different shapes, right?
Right. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what we were thinking as well. Isn't that a contortionist? The first ever documented feature film was made in... Okay, these aren't weird facts. What is going on? I guess I should have prepared more.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. We'll make fun of them.
Ancient Roman surgeons were trained to block out the screams of human pain. Okay,
Nice.
well, you know.
Wow.
From 1953 to 1957, NBC's Today Show had a chimpanzee co-host named J. Fred Muggs. It is estimated he brought in the network around $100 million.
Oh, wow.
I think they
Nice.
could have had somebody like Jason and it would have done just as much.
No. I've long
he can't
accepted the
compete.
fact that primates could make more money than I do.
Yeah, he can't compete with a chimpanzee. I gotta
Or an
say.
orangutan. How do you say that? Orangutan?
Yeah, because it's spelled orangutan.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of the Tang monkey, the orangutan monkey from the Tang commercials.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
that.
they had a anyway.
You're a lot older than I am, so I don't
No,
remember
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah. What? At least 15 years older. than
3
me.
years.
Oh, is it
2.
3?
It's not even. It's like 1.5. It's not even 2.
Would you guys get your math right? Apples, peaches, and raspberries are all members of the rose family. Oh.
Weird.
So when your significant other wants a dozen roses, just get her a basket of peaches and there you go, honey.
Oh, this is perfect because my stepmother's Canadian and she says Canadians don't like macaroni and cheese. Well, Canada eats more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world.
Weird.
Take that, Canadian stepmother.
And you do know that she has like the floppy head, just like the Canadians on South Park, right?
Like beady little eyes.
That's accurate. Those are accurate depictions, and they all talk like this. All right, Scotland wanted to replicate the Parthenon bigger and cheaper in 1826. It was never completed. Yep, figured that out.
Thanks for the assist.
He shoots. He misses, but John with the assist. No, anyway. It was never completed and is now nicknamed Scotland's disgrace. Oh, sad.
So they have like a half-ass knockoff Parthenon in Scotland.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Nice.
funny.
I want to go see that. A French general gave John Quincy Adams a pet alligator. Adams kept it in one of the White House bathtubs and enjoyed showing it off.
What? So crap
Well-
like that's been going on since the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Since the beginning. An animal's yawn is based on how large their brain is. The bigger the brain, the longer they will yawn. Don't start yawning like longer now. Yeah, right. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. This is because guinea pigs are social animals and they are considered victims of abuse if they are alone.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. There are more Lego minifigures than there are people on Earth. Well, duh.
Well, that's who's going to replace us when we all kill each other off.
I hope so.
Like the Lego movie is what the world will look like.
Sweet. I'm down for that.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
I've never even seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I just know that part.
Good movie.
It's pretty funny.
First one.
Yeah, second one's dumb.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs would swallow large rocks which stayed in their stomach to help churn and digest food.
Like birds?
Like,
Don't birds do that?
I think so.
I wonder if I should do that.
I think you should do that.
Just
That's
eat a
the new
handful-
weight loss
Like
craze.
jagged
A
rocks.
handful of gravel every day.
Yeah. Just to,
Keep the doctor away. That's how the saying goes. Right?
Full of gravel a day.
oh, could you imagine pooping that out?
No, that would hurt.
Yeah, you need smooth river stones. if you're gonna,
river pebbles.
yeah, yeah.
I sense a business opportunity.
Actually, people believe anything.
Well,
we could start
Crystals can heal you then.
just eating
pebbles.
some pebbles.
Sorry, guys. I just
Yeah.
knocked into the microphone.
All right. Surgeons who play video games at least 3 hours a week perform 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors. Not in sex, in surgery.
Oh,
You had me excited.
I know.
was
I had to ruin it for you immediately.
Well, I hope my surgeon's a gamer.
In the 1980s, Frederick Bauer, the founder of Pringles, requested to be buried in a Pringles can. His children honored the request.
Yes!
Isn't that amazing?
That
So
is awesome.
in the zombie apocalypse, you're going to hear...
And he won't stop.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
You can now get a headstone with a QR code called Living Headstones. They show pages with photos, video biographies, and comments from loved ones.
That's kind of a good idea, but also not.
Yeah.
QR codes are getting out of control.
Well, I think they're
They're going to take over.
I think eventually they'll fade away.
I hope so.
You hate them. Let's hear why you hate
QR codes on menus bug me.
them.
Because, first of all, it doesn't even work on my phone. I have to have like my wife's phone do it or my work phone do it.
Oh, really?
Second of all, there's a reason like all these years menus were printed on these like 14-inch laminated papers rather than a
Agreed.
3-inch screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only see one part of the menu at a time, then you have to like scroll through and find what else you're looking for.
And in some cases, like yours, you can't zoom in for some reason.
Yeah, some phones don't even handle them well. My phone's not even that old.
Well, I
It's a
think
few years old.
COVID gave restaurants the excuse to do that.
Yeah, I get why they started it. I'm just hoping this doesn't become a permanent thing.
Yeah.
There's
I
people who
agree.
think things like that are a step up in technology, but it's actually a regression. Like
Well,
making us read things on little teeny screens when there
If
was a
they
good
would-
reason why we never did that before.
if they would actually do an app, where it was built for the phone and not just a link to a picture of the menu,
Still,
I think it would work.
I still prefer the
phone,
menu.
your phone is still not nearly as big as an actual menu. There's a reason they didn't print those menus 3 inches tall to begin with.
And I prefer, but we're not doing that anymore.
Well, I have to cut that. Wow, that's a showstopper.
You should just beep it and then get your reaction to it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I beep.
Well, I prefer beep it after prefer.
I like that.
I'm sorry, Zach. I shouldn't do that.
No, that was funny. I just didn't expect it.
You're giving Zach more work to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to have to do an episode where you guys just keep doing things that I have to beep or cut. And
like,
then we
"Damn
just
it,
don't even
guys,
have an
come on."
episode. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It was funny. I'm not mad. A strawberry is not an actual berry, but a banana is.
Weird. I don't like this world you're introducing me to. You can keep your red pill, right? It's the red pill, right? That's the truth. And the blue pill is...
The blue pill makes
Yeah.
it go up when you're past 40.
Yeah.
Is that
So
what
it's
the
like,
Matrix
do you
was
want a
about?
boner or do you want to know what's going on outside of all
Can
this?
I have both?
Yeah, I know. Why?
He looks at Trinity and grabs the blue pill. I'll need this.
The sound of a Star Wars lightsaber was created by pairing together the sound of an idle film projector and the buzz from an old TV set.
Weird.
Oh,
Yeah, weird. Your tonsils can grow back if there was tissue left behind during the removal process.
That's
Just
kind
thought
of
you should know that.
creepy. That's like Jason coming back to life in Friday the 13th, 6 through 8.
Right.
well, it's like a lizard regenerating its tail after it drops it off or something.
Why only the tonsil? Why can't we regenerate other things? What the hell's up with that? Well, our liver, you can, if you have enough of your liver, it'll regenerate.
Really?
Yeah, but I think those are the only parts of your body.
The liver is the human or the... Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, maybe my junk would come back.
I think we should try it.
find
Let's
out.
find out.
I've got a machete in my car.
Uh-oh. What do you use that for?
Machete shit.
Fair enough. In Israel, it is illegal to bring bears to the beach. Now, fellow friends of the podcast that happen to be gay,
Israeli. Oh.
you can bring that bear to the beach. I won't mind at all.
I think they're talking grizzly, right? You know?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would be really, really surprising if like a gay couple went to the beach and one was a bear.
Like a literal bear, though.
They point to the sign. No.
Aw. There is an uninhabited island in the Bahamas known as Pig Beach, which is populated entirely by swimming pigs. I want to go there and pet them.
I think they're probably feral.
I can befriend any animal.
Yeah, that's what my children think.
Well, if they don't befriend me, I just kill them.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You need my machete?
Yes,
Whole
please.
Island of bacon.
Bacon Island is what
Can't
you
we just
call
like
it.
nuke it and then eat them?
Yep. Without saliva, humans are unable to taste food. All right. Okay. In Switzerland, it is illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. Hopefully the whole household doesn't get like
Diarrhea
from Ma's cooking.
Why is it illegal?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Issues with their plumbing.
How
or
would they
something?
even know?
They have the toilet police show up.
You have touched the toilet past the 10 o'clock hour.
Hey, that didn't sound Scottish. Pretty good. I really think you could do a mean Christopher Walken because you guys have the same sounding voice. It's just he has the accent, and I think you could do it.
I'll have to practice.
You'll have to practice because
yeah.
I think it'd be good. Sorry, what?
I mean, flushing the toilet. It flushes. Something like that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty awful.
Yeah, you'll have to practice.
I'll practice.
I thought we had established that.
No practicing accents and impressions live.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I broke the rule.
All right, I need to be done. So, last one. On Valentine's Day in South Korea, where I'm moving after reading this, only women give gifts, not men.
Nice.
Hey.
So, any South Korean ladies listening? Oh, shoot. I'm dating somebody. I can't do that anymore.
And you'd get sucked into the Squid Game anyway. That's in South Korea.
I would have fun in that. All right. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Because John usually has pretty good finales. So I hear. I don't mean anything by that. I'm talking about fireworks.
Remember, I talked about average sex every day for the rest of my life.
All right, so I love embarrassing stories, and this comes from Bored Panda. They're actually referencing a TikToker who's become really popular. Ryan Maxwell is a digital comedian who has more than 2.6 million followers on TikTok. And he created an entire series of videos about embarrassing stuff people have done, so this is curated from those videos.
Nice.
There's 50 of them. I'm not going to read all 50, but I've kind of read through a few of them. They're pretty funny. So number one is when I was in court, I forgot what to call the judge, and I accidentally called him Your Majesty. And he was like, what? And I repeated it.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
My most embarrassing, one time as a waitress, a guy asked me for extra mashed potatoes. I replied, they are mashed as much as they can mash them. That's stupid.
It's a good answer.
Number three. So this lady came in this morning and walked up to the front desk to greet us before gasping loudly and saying, I forgot my dog. She forgot to bring her dog with her to the vet.
Can you just give me a shot then and microchip me while I'm here?
Here's another one. I saw a girl carrying a hamster, so I asked if I could pet it, but it was actually a muffin, so I'm on my way to jump off a cliff now.
I've heard that one. It is beautiful thinking about it.
Oh, that's awesome. 3 years ago, a cute guy I worked with wanted to give me a fist bump, but I thought that was pretending to hold an invisible microphone, so I leaned forward and said hello. I haven't slept since. This one's pretty funny. It's actually a little bit longer. It says, I've been wearing my boyfriend's hoodie around the house for the last week. I tried to give it back last night. That's not my hoodie, he said. I realized with horror I've been wearing our builder's hoodie in front of the builder.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had a little sleep in it at one point, came out of my room, said good morning to the builder wearing his clothes. After realizing my mistake, after a week, I threw his hoodie into the room he's been working in. He put it in our living room. What does it mean? Am I going out with the builder now? He's pretty old.
That's awesome.
I went to say medium meal when reading out an order to a customer. All that came out was meep, meep. I didn't even correct myself. I just stared. I went to ask my customers how their food tasted and had a complete brain fart. So I just looked at them and went, while rubbing my stomach. Let's see. These are all pretty good. I held the door open for a woman and she said, "Thank you." I tried to say, "You're welcome," or "Not a problem," but my mouth said, "You're a problem." When I was 7, I went to sign up to the library, and the lady at the desk was filling out my form and asked, "Name of the Father," said, "and Son and the Holy Spirit," automatically. In retail, talking to a customer, and I meant to say, "I'll be right back," or "It won't be long." Instead, I said, "I won't be back," and walked away. When I worked as a cashier, I wanted to say, "Have a great day," but I said, have grass," and the customer said, "You too." Let's see, one more. My boyfriend works in a tire shop. I had to call an old lady to tell her it was time to come get her car. She answered and he said, "Hello, your time is near."
Time is near.
That's awesome.
So once again, TikTok has shown us the way.
It is quickly becoming very important in society.
What about you guys? Off the top of your heads, can you think of anything like this? Dumb things that you've said
What I've said
without thinking about it?
I've blocked it all off in one region of my brain, and I only access it when I'm super depressed.
Oh man, I'd have to think about it. I do lots of embarrassing crap all the time. So
It's just a couple dumb ones I remember off the top of my head. Once, like, you know, a waitress, she gives me my food and stuff, and she's like, "Hey, enjoy your meal." And I'm like, "Yeah, you too." So I kind of like looks at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, next time you eat, I mean, you know."
Yeah.
you can always make it worse by like trying to justify it
Because
instead
when
of just laughing at it.
yeah, when someone's like, "Have a nice day," and it's like, "Hey, you too." But then when it's, "Enjoy your meal," "Hey, you
Right.
too." You know, whenever you eat next. And then also, you know, the dance club Area 51.
Uh-huh.
I remember when I was like in my 20s, I was at a gas station and some car with out-of-state plates comes up and says, "Hey, do you know where Area 51 is?" And it just popped in my head. It's like, dude, that's in Nevada. And they just like stare at me like I'm an idiot and say, "The dance club." It's like, oh. And I knew that too, but they came from out of state. Maybe they don't know where Area 50. I thought they were looking for the hidden bunker in the desert or something.
Yeah, you're in the wrong desert, pal.
Wrong state, but
I do have one that I remembered. When I was serving my LDS mission, you'd always have to walk up to people and try and open up a conversation with them. And I remember these guys were working on a vehicle, and I walked up and I said, "Hey, what kind of car is that?" And they all just stopped and looked at me and said, "It's a truck."
Wow.
And I was like, "Whoop, bye." So that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Well, I'm not a dancer, and I feel like I've told this already, but I'm not a dancer, and I was on a date, a double date, and I was set up on this double date, so it was also a blind date, and I told her I wasn't a dancer. I said, "You don't want to do this at all," and she insisted I go out and dance with her. So, in the throes of my dancing, I managed to elbow her in the face and knock her glasses off. So then it was kind of really a blind date after that.
Oh.
It's really her own fault. You did warn her, though.
I did.
That's kind of on her.
Yeah, I agree. I hope she still bears the scars.
Maybe she should have listened next time.
But yeah, that was really embarrassing. Poor girl. I felt really bad for her. And
She like flinches every time you like walk near her now.
yeah.
Were you at Area 51?
No, this was in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh.
So, hey, if you're listening, sorry about that.
That's funny and sad, but mostly funny. All right, John.
All right.
Show and tell.
Hey, so last week I was reading some funny petty revenge stories that people sent in, and we were kind of running long, so I couldn't complete them all. So
we've heard you can't complete things.
But that the finishes are epic.
Yeah. Without further ado, revenge is the dish best served cold, part 2.
Ooh, he's got a name for it.
Mm.
Last Thursday, we experienced a lot of snow and freezing rain. I was driving home cautiously since the roads were unplowed and in very bad condition. Naturally, a person zips right behind me and begins to tailgate me. I'm not going to speed up and risk killing myself or others, so I maintain a safe speed. The tailgater begins to honk at me repeatedly, even as we pass multiple people stuck in the snow on the side of the road. After tailgating and honking incessantly at me for a solid 5 minutes, he zooms past me and barrels down the road. Not 100 meters ahead, he reaches a sharp turn, loses his traction, and slides straight into a snowbank. He immediately tries to back out of it, but his tires spin uselessly in the snow. He jumps out of his car and flags me down for help. I'm driving the truck, and I'm sure he got a good look at the winch on the back of it while tailgating me. I stop my truck, and he makes a visible gesture of relief. I lay on my horn for about 10 seconds and then drive off.
Nice. Well deserved.
I love it.
Karma's a bitch.
This one says, so today I overheard a group of French tourists making fun of a handicapped woman at the crosswalk. Although a majority of the people in this city cannot speak or understand French, I can. I told them I understood the language and welcomed them to the city. They asked for directions. I gladly directed them in the opposite direction of their destination. It says, good luck getting to the Lincoln Park Zoo on the Orange Line, assholes.
Nice.
Yes.
Good.
Justice.
Yes. My brother constantly does things he knows are going to piss me off for no other reason than personal satisfaction. So I decided to change the audio balance on his computer. You can lower the volume on one earphone and raise it on the other. In a span of 5 weeks, he went through 6 different pair of headphones until he eventually had to go and get a new computer. Almost $1,000 later, and he still has no idea what the problem was or who caused it.
Beautiful.
This one is just a note stuck to a fridge. It says, to the person who ate 2 slices of my pizza last night, I licked all the slices, but I suspected this might happen, so I licked all the slices before putting them in the fridge. P.S. I have mouth herpes. Here's a note on a little bottle of creamer in a workplace fridge, it sounds like. Good morning to whoever has been enjoying my coffee creamer all week. Surprise, you've been drinking my breast milk. Hope you've enjoyed. Cheers.
That's awesome.
Here's one on a wall on like a apartment laundromat. To the person who stopped the washer in the middle of my wash cycle and took my clothes out just to wash yours. Yeah, you're an asshole. Unfortunately for you, so am I. You can find your wet clothes frozen outside in the snow. Any problems, come see me in 301.
Nice. Called him out.
And says, I take the train to work each morning and then again to get home. I like to sit in the quiet car because it allows me to think and do a little extra work each day. On the train ride home today, a woman in front of me kept talking on the phone even after people nicely asked her to be quiet. The conductor also came through and informed her she was on the quiet car. The seats we are in have very little support, so someone behind you could push your seat and you'd feel it. Several riders decided it wasn't worth it and switched cars. I decided I had had enough and slouched far enough so both of my knees were firmly in the back of her seat, pushing fairly hard. She cocked her head around and told me to put my knees down. I closed my eyes and fake slept. She got up and moved to a different seat. There was a person behind her, and guess what he did?
Yes.
Knees to the back of the chair. People started catching on, and she chose a seat with no one behind her. Another rider changed seats behind her, and so she got some more knees. The conductor came through again and was unaware of our little revenge. She got up and told him that people were putting knees into her back and stalking her to each spot. The conductor put his index finger to his lips and said, "Shh, this is a quiet car."
Yes.
She moved to a new train car. This one's short but sweet.
That's pretty funny.
My boyfriend cheated on me, so I convinced him to get matching tattoos. He went first, and I went home.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
I like that one. When I was still married, I had a feeling my husband was cheating on me. I found a pack of condoms in his car. The box was already open, so I poked a hole in the wrapper of each one.
Oh.
Then I proceeded to soak them in habanero pepper juice for an hour. I put them back in the car before he woke up. He told me he had to go help his mom with some things around her house. He left. 3 hours later, my best friend called to tell me that she had had sex with her boyfriend, and now she was on fire down there. What? My husband came home and placed an ice pack down there, saying he got burnt by something or other. Needless to say, after that, he lost his wife and she lost her friend.
Oh, that's kind of sad, but also
It's
kind of
sad
awesome.
They got what they deserved.
At least her mom didn't call her and say, like,
This one shows that animals are just as spiteful as we are. One time my dog came in my room and jumped on the bed while I was sleeping, waking me up. I scolded her and told her to get down. She slowly hopped off the bed, turned to look at me, sat down, while maintaining eye contact the entire time, scooted her ass across the floor, leaving a nice little poop mark.
oh.
Looked away, stood up, and left. She said, I still miss that little gremlin. I like the maintaining eye contact the entire time. At my previous job, we had separate refrigerators for the different shifts. Our food was constantly being stolen or messed with. One day, my buddy and I decided to make a nice cherry cheesecake out of cooking lard. We finished it off with graham cracker crust and cut a couple of slices out of it since we knew the thief wouldn't be brazen enough to take the first bite. We never found out who the thief was, but we never had to worry about anyone messing with our food ever again. Cooking lard cheesecake.
Oh.
We were kids staying at the seaside on holiday with our family. My little sister would always make a pretty sandcastle, and the next day it would have been kicked down and she'd cry. We wanted to find out who was doing it, so one day we stayed behind to spy. We watched as a bunch of jerk older boys came by and kicked her castle down, laughing smugly. So the next night, we covered a big beach rock in sand and decorated it. Like clockwork, the jerk kids came with their smug faces and this time kicked a solid rock with all of their might. The yowl and the look on their faces was the best revenge ever.
That's awesome.
At my old job, someone was opening my pay stubs every week in the interoffice mail stack. I knew who it was, but I couldn't prove it. So I left a glitter bomb in the same type of envelope and left it with a stack of everyone's pay stubs before she got there. When I walked into work one day, there was pink glitter throughout the entire office because she couldn't get it all cleaned up in time. I simply gave her a knowing look. None of my things were ever touched again. I found out my ex cheated on me while I was away taking care of my dying grandmother. He was colorblind to reds and pinks. He also insisted that I do his laundry because I was better at it. So I took all of his white shirts and washed them with a single red shirt of mine. He couldn't differentiate between the white and the light pink. He probably deserved worse. The pettiest thing I ever did after a breakup was log into my ex's DVR account from my phone, delete all of her recorded shows and movies, and set it to record every ghost TV show and movie I could find. Then for a few weeks, I'd use my phone to turn her TV on at random times in the middle of the night and crank up the volume. She wasn't very tech savvy, so she didn't know I could do that. I heard later from a mutual friend that my ex thought the house was haunted.
Sorry. That's awesome.
My ex got another woman pregnant when we were together. I dumped him, but for several months, whenever I went shopping and the store asked for an email address for marketing emails, I gave them his. I never spoke to him again, but I really hope all of those Old Navy ads came in handy. Last one. My boyfriend cheated on me, so I sprayed weed killer on his lawn to spell out the word dick. That way, anyone who drove by would know exactly what kind of person lived there.
That's pretty clever.
Those are great.
So yeah,
I always love petty revenge.
Yeah, you guys have a chance to think of any you can repeat on air from last week?
I really haven't done anything like that. I wish I had, though.
It's not too late.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start as an adult. I really don't have anything like that. I've been thinking about.
I told you that one thing I did last time.
Yeah, and I told one last time about my neighbor kid as well, but there's one more I can.
Okay.
That I'm going to repeat. Okay, this is about the neighbors as well, and this is, I think, the third little act of revenge I'm going to be mentioning about my neighbors that I grew up with. Like I mentioned in one episode, I stole a skeleton and burned and slashed it. And then I think last week I mentioned we peed in their sport.
That one was beautiful.
And in case anyone's thinking that, hey, it sounds like we were even, we did things to them just as much. No, that is not the case. A couple small acts of childish revenge did not make up for 13 years of hell. They were awful, but luckily my mom got the last laugh because we were renting a duplex and they were on the other side. And when the landlord decided to sell it, my mom bought it and evicted them.
Yes.
So we ended up getting the last
Props.
laugh that way. But
Didn't they have a chick who lived there who used to sunbathe nude, but she was gross?
she was in like a string bikini.
Yeah.
Wasn't nude, but
Did she have like Playgirl magazine with her or something?
yeah.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, they were a gross family. But anyway, one last thing about them incident I remember is this one here. I think I was about 11-ish, and the neighbor boy was a few years younger than me, but he would hang out with these older kids who were about my age. These kids were like gangster wannabe, neighborhood bullies. Everyone in the neighborhood knew they were troublemakers and would usually steer clear.
Yeah.
They were like the kind of kids who would be the villain in like an 80s coming-of-age movie like The Goonies or Stand By Me or something like
Right.
that.
Or Christmas Story.
Yeah. Everyone knew these kids were troublemakers. But anyway, one day my neighbor and his older buddies wanted to have a water fight with us, with my siblings and I. And we didn't really trust them, but, a water fight, what can go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they came up with this rule like, okay, water guns, water balloons, anything water is fair game. That was the only rule there was. So it started out fine, but about halfway through we realized we were right not to trust them. They started chucking ice cubes at us.
Oh, man.
And then one of them hit me upside the head with a chunk of ice they had chiseled out of the freezer. And when I got mad about that, he just laughs at me and is like, what? Ice is water. It's fair game.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's the way you want to play. I went inside. I turned on the hot water faucet of the bathtub and let it sit for like 5 straight minutes until it was steaming hot. And then I filled up a bucket, went outside, and dumped it over this kid's back. And he wasn't wearing a shirt, so he was nice and red.
Was he screaming?
Yes, this tough wannabe gangster kid screamed like a little bitch and started dancing around, howling. I waited till he was done, and I just looked at him and said, what? It's water. It's fair game. And that ended the water fight right there.
You guys didn't keep playing?
No, he slunk away, and honestly,
Oh.
I don't know if I ever saw that kid come by our house again.
You got to stand up to the bullies.
Yeah. In hindsight, I wish 11-year-old me could have probably handled our differences in a less vindictive way, but that kid's the one who decided to.
Lob ice at you.
Yes.
I see nothing wrong with what you did. I see nothing wrong with it. It's
He-
not
he
like you
decide-
boiled it on a stove.
No, I was just from the bathtub, but it was steaming hot.
Scalding.
Yeah, well,
But he's the one who decided to play dirty, so he started it. I ended it.
Nice.
the problem with these bullies is they don't get back as they give to others, and so they continue because there's no consequence. So as far as I'm concerned, you made the right choice.
I got bullied a lot, but all my bullies are gone. I don't know what happened to them.
Weird. So are we still doing that digging project in your backyard this weekend?
This is
Unrelated note.
Zach shows his love for me. He seeks out all the bullies and like terminates them.
Yep.
Do you know Jason King?
I don't use a gun. I use your machete.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is that what a machete sounds like?
I think so.
Okay.
Or else that was an epileptic duck.
Either way,
Let's go with that.
cool.
All right. Well,
Alrighty.
thank you for joining us on this very special episode with Jason, John, and Zach.
And our special guest that we never called.
We make promises and
Don't keep them.
no,
That's what our fathers did to us.
just try to trust me, Lisa.
Lisa, Zach is awesome.
Yes.
Oh, well, don't do that. I just mean, trust me, even though I'm lying about everything else or, making promises I can't keep. Anyway.
We'll see you next week.
Happy night.
As you were saying, I'm so sorry, John. That was loud.
That was quite loud.
The rest of them aren't as loud.
This is just music.
Bye.